Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the Psukim of Bitachon. And the big news in our daily learning is that Be'ezras Hashem Yisbarach, after over a year of learning about Bitachon together, this will be the final week of the Sefer of the Beis HaLevi. In the Beis HaLevi's Maimer HaBitachon that we learned, and all the Psukim, maybe over 100 Psukim, verses of Bitachon to be mechazik us, to strengthen us in Bitachon. We will finish up by Friday, Be'ez Hashem, and next Monday we will begin a new limud, a new sefer. I'm taking suggestions of things that you would like to learn, so if you have something of interest and you would like to see us go through that, Be'ez Hashem, starting next week, please send me a message of what you are interested in, or speak to me in person, and we'll see if we can acquiesce the desires of the Loimdei Torah, those that have been learning with us and strengthening in their Amunah and their Bitachon over the last year, and all the other wonderful Svarim that we've learned over the last several years in this successful Bli Ayin Hara daily WhatsApp of Torah, Musar, and Halacha. And the Hashkacha is, believe it or not, we're going to finish the Sefer HaMitzvahs HaKatzar of the HaChaim as well at the end of this week, and we're going to be beginning a new limud, a new lesson of... We'll be learning a new set of halachas starting next week also, Be'ez Hashem. That I already have picked out, the sefer that we're going to learn. So in Yetz Hashem, we'll continue learning together for years and years to come. And Bi'ez Goyal Tzedek, B'mheira B'yameinu. The pasuk says today in Divrei Yomim, Beis number 2 once again, and this is chapter 16, verse 7. Uve'esahi, at this time, Ba Chanani Haraya, Chanani, who was the seer, somewhat of a prophet, came El Asa, he came to Asa, Melech Yehuda, to the king Asa, V'yomer Lav, and he said to him, B'isha'encha al Melech Aram, since that you relied upon the king of Aram, V'lo nish'anta al Hashem Elokecha, and you did not rely upon Hashem your God, therefore the king of Aram slipped out of your hands. And this is in line with what we said yesterday. HaKadosh Baruch Hu fights the battles. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our commander-in-chief. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows all the warfare. He knows what needs to be done in order to help us win the battles. Like Dovid HaMelech himself used to say, I go out to battle, I stick out my sword, Hashem, you will make the enemy fell by my sword. It's not me. I'm not the greatest warrior. I'm not the mightiest of commanders. I don't know all the ins and outs of warfare, but you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you fight the battles for the Jewish people. And so too over here, Asa was the king of Yehuda, of Klal Yisrael. He was pitted against the king of Aram, and he should have won because he has HaKadosh Baruch Hu on his side. However, unfortunately, he didn't rely upon Hashem. He relied upon the weakness of the king of Aram. He relied upon the might of the army of the Jews. He relied upon his mazel or his luck or his previous conquest in war. He didn't rely upon Hashem Elokecha, on Hashem as God. And as a result of that, says the pasuk, HaKadosh Baruch Hu nimlar chel melech Aram miyadecha, the king of Aram slipped out of your hands, Asa. He slipped right out of there, and you were not able to conquer him, even though that it should have been a davar pashut, a very simple war and a conquest for you. And this really is the message to each and to every one of us. We all have battles in life, whether they are mibachutz, on the outside. We have enemies, we have people that are against us, we have situations that are piling up and adding pressure and stress to our lives. We also have battles, internal battles. We have taivas, we have yetzaharas, we have faulty midas, bad character traits that need to be worked on. And those are also, that's the milchama, that's the battlefield that we find ourselves on. We have situations where we need to use our bechira, our free will, to overcome the inertia of our lives, to overcome the weaknesses that we have, to overcome making the wrong choice, not to make a mistake, but rather to make the right choices and do that is just and right in the eyes of Hashem. It's a battle out there, and we have HaKadosh Baruch Hu on our side. And as long as nish'anta al Hashem alakecha, as long as a person relies upon Hashem their God to give them the strength and the courage to overcome, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be with them in the battlefields, fighting all the wars, fighting all of our enemies, wiping away the challenges that are insurmountable sometimes and overwhelming. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, you rely upon me, you trust in me, don't worry, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'll take good care of you. But if, Chalila, a person ends up relying upon the enemy to fall, he relies upon the Yetzer Hara to be duped, he relies upon the challenges that he finds piling up in his life to disappear and solve the problems by themselves, and he takes HaKadosh Baruch Hu out of the equation, then the ability to win the battle, to wage the war, and to walk out victorious, it will literally, as the pasuk says, Nimlad chel melech ara miyadecha, it will slip out of our hands because we didn't rely upon Hashem. May we find the wherewithal and the courage to continue to rely upon the Ribbono Shel Olam, and in that way, when we go out to battle, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with us. When we fight the wars, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is fighting for us. When we combat the Yetzer Hara and the Taivas and those enemies internally and externally that each of us have, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one that is going out to combat for us, to help us to win the wars that are in front of us. Have a wonderful day.